Plaintiff Harrison Nelson says he met the defendant when he started dating her daughter 2 years ago. Harrison claims after his fiancée got pregnant, he started working 12-hour shifts so he could provide for his family. But after he purchased a car from the defendant, she illegally repossessed it, so he's suing. Defendant Jennifer Simpson says the first time she ever met Harrison in person is when she walked in on him having sex with her 16-year-old daughter. Jennifer claims after her grandson was born, Harrison spiraled out of control, and he was even arrested for holding his son hostage at the hospital. She's countersuing for damaged property.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
About 2 years ago, I started dating her daughter, my ex-fiancée. About 7 or 8 months into the relationship, Your Honor, I found out that she was going to have a child by me. So I wanted to become, a responsible adult. I didn't want to be like some of these other gentlemen that are running around having all these kids not taking care of their baby. So I started working 12-hour shifts, and I wanted to provide for her.
Good.
Well, we had some bad blood, Your Honor. Things happen.
You and your fiancée of that time?
No, me and my fiancée's mother.
Give me some examples of the bad blood.
We was just kind of, I guess you could say family feud, Your Honor, arguing, bickering back and forth about, you could say stupid things, about...
Who was the stupid one?
About what the baby's gonna wear, who gets to keep the child during all this, just petty things, Your Honor.
Let me let her give some background on this case before we allow you to continue about the car you're suing for. Ma'am?
Let me tell you a little bit. When I first met Harrison, it was like a couple years ago. My daughter was 16 years old. I come home from work and my front door is cracked, my back door is wide open. I go upstairs, my daughter's bedroom door is open, and they're going at it. There's nothing I can do about that.
How old was he?
18.
Okay.
And she was 16. I called the law. There was nothing that I could do about it.
Why?
Because she is 16 years old, and she gave him permission to come in the house, and she gave him permission to, with him.
You said you couldn't do anything. You walked in to your house.
Yes, sir.
They were going at it in the bedroom.
Yes, sir.
And you couldn't do anything. You couldn't pull them off?
I called the law on him. I called the law on him. When I hollered at them, they had got up.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
all
sir.
right. So
yeah,
they did
when I hollered at them, they got up,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You threw me off when you said I walked in, I saw them, and there's nothing I could do.
When I told them I was calling the law, they automatically, jumped up.
All
there was nothing I could do.
Perhaps they just kept going at it while...
No, sir, they did come out.
Good. Go ahead.
It just seemed like after Harrison and Megan had their baby, it just seemed like everything started going downhill.
How so?
We have a hostage situation. He was arrested for a hostage situation on the baby.
Involving whom?
His son. I got an article
Why
from the...
did that have to occur? Let me see that, please.
I'm not for sure. My daughter didn't tell me all the details about it. They had an argument at the hospital, and that he tried to hold the baby hostage. That's all of it. She doesn't tell us anything. That's
a pretty inflammatory accusation. You want to respond to that?
Your Honor, what had happened is I had a slight seizure, Your Honor. Well, the nurses, they couldn't comprehend that I was there. I was the one to be seen, Your Honor. And I come to, and when I come in, my child was left out in the vehicle with me. I was feeding him, and then once I proceeded to walk in, I had a blanket wrapped around him. All the nurses rushed me, Your Honor, talking about, give me your child, give me your child. And the whole time, Your Honor, I was talking to you just like we are now, saying, what for? Can you please explain to me what for? And then they went to grab my arm, and I told them, I said, please, you all step back away from me. Well, after that, they all jumped back. I heard them announce Cold Pink, and I was like, what's going on? And all of a sudden, they start locking the place down. So I'm standing here burping my son, Your Honor, and the police come in. They're like, what's happening, Mr. Nelson? I said, gentlemen, we're on the same page. I said, I want to know what's happening. They said, well, they're telling me that you're refusing this child for medical treatment. I said, no disrespect, fellas, but I'm here for medical treatment, not my child. And they
just happened to have the child with you?
Yes, sir. They told her that if
I'm looking at the police report. Essentially, it says that there was a fight between a girlfriend and a boyfriend, and it turned ugly when the father refused to give the baby to the ER staff. He was arrested and charged with terroristic threatening and endangering the welfare of a minor. Did you
They're trying
threaten to blow the place up?
No, sir. What had
Why
happened?
did they say terrorists?
They're getting terroristic threatening because I told them that I would hurt them if they tried to take my child from me, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, and those are pending, those charges?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you. Go ahead, sir.
In the beginning of November, she was buying a car from a car lot. She stated to me, I told her we was in the conversation. I said, Your Honor, I said, ma'am, Miss Simpson, I don't have good credit enough to get a vehicle from a lot. And she asked why, and I told her, you know, being young and dumb, sir, I've gotten myself into some credit card debt and things like that as I'm working to get out of. Well, she in turn says, well, I'll tell you what. She says, I'll put the car in my name, and as long as you make weekly payments, as soon as it's paid off, you can put it in your name. So we come to the verbal agreement that as long as I made weekly payments and I never missed a payment, which I did not, Your Honor.
What was the total price again?
It was $2,700.
All right, and you were to pay how often?
$50 a week, sir.
Did you put any monies down?
I paid $700 down. I've got a complete breakdown right here for you,
Ma'am,
sir.
was this the agreement?
No, sir.
You tell
I
me
never
about
had
any agreement that
I
was
never had
made.
an agreement with him. The agreement was between me and my daughter. Me and her was talking. I told her I was going to get another car, but right now we just wasn't able for it. And she was like, well, if you get a car, Mom, she said, we need one anyway. She said, I'll make the payments on it. And then whenever I get me a vehicle, when Harrison and I get to work and I get me a vehicle, you can have the vehicle back and take over the payments on it. And I was like, okay, that's fine.
All right, go ahead.
Your Honor,
So
I
what
have
happened?
a witness statement from her daughter saying that the agreement was between me and Miss Simpson.
All right, do you have anything that your daughter may have given you?
No, I asked her to write me a statement, and she was told by Mr. Nelson that if she wrote me a statement, that his thing would be dismissed from court.
Go ahead, sir. So what happened?
Okay, everything is going along accordingly, sir. I'm making all the weekly payments. You know, sometimes I'm paying 2 weeks up front. Just whenever I've got money in my pocket, Your Honor, I'm paying towards the car. You know, I'm trying to get it paid off.
How are you paying? You giving it to your girlfriend?
No, I'm going directly to the credit union, paying them myself.
All right.
Everything's still going great. Well, in January of 24th of 08, my son is born. Well, 3 days later, Your Honor, she comes and illegally repossesses the vehicle.
Ma'am, what happened to the vehicle? Did you repossess it?
On February the 18th, she called me and told me that for me to come and get the car, that Harrison had got her for Valentine's Day a new Explorer. And she told me that I could have the car back. She didn't need it anymore. Harrison had bought her a car.
Okay.
And I went and got it.
They did buy another car?
Yes.
Sir, did you buy
February the
another car?
14th.
Yes, sir, but the truck was for me.
All right. Your witness want to speak?
Yes.
Your counterclaim for $1,000 is for what?
It's because the incident, when we went and got the car, when I went and got the car, Your Honor, and I bring it home, Harrison, about 2 hours later, he come down to the house. He walked on in. There was a big old argument between them. I pushed him out the door, shut the door, and I was calling the law, and him and my husband, Sammy, was arguing back and forth. Harrison got in the car, left, turned around, and come back, and then they were arguing through the window. My window got busted out. I feel, you know, Mr. Nelson did it.
All right.
I
You
was
tell me
there.
what
We
happened.
was arguing backwards and forwards, and I felt glass come through, and then the next thing I know,
What
the
did he
law
do
was there.
to break the windows?
Hit it.
With his hands?
Yeah.
All right.
And the,
How
and
many
the
windows?
glass, the glass was
How
in-
many windows?
Just one.
What were the circumstances under which you obtained the car?
She told me to go get it, and that's what I
Okay.
did.
And you had keys?
Yes.
All right. And why didn't you give them their money back?
I mean, I paid the down payment on the car. I have my down payment where I paid on the car, the down payment.
Oh, you paid the $2,000.
Yes, sir. Right there is the receipt,
Sir,
and
is
right
that
there is
true?
the
No,
witness
sir.
statement
You
where I
have any
borrowed the
evidence that
money.
you paid
No,
it?
sir, because I paid it in cash money.
And there's the guy. There's a witness name that where I borrowed the money for the down payment on the car.
Your Honor,
This doesn't look like a car lot receipt. Let me start with that.
Yes, it is. He's got some just like it.
You have
Car
a
lot.
receipt from the car lot for
I
what
do.
you've paid?
I've got all the receipts, Your Honor.
Let me see them, please. Sir, this receipt is from the same person that says she paid $700.
Your Honor, I was at work and
No. How do you explain
Yeah, it could
her having a receipt that says she paid the $700? You having receipts that said you paid $50. The receipts are from the exact same person. How do you explain that?
My ex-fiance come and got the money from me while I was at work, sir. Look at the time on
That's
the
not
receipt.
what you said. You said I paid $700 cash.
Yes, sir. I handed it to her daughter, and they went up and got the car and brought
Well, the
it.
receipt is not for her daughter.
Yes, sir, because it
They
was
wrote
in
a
her
receipt
name.
to her. And this is the evidence I have. And now I don't believe what you're telling me. So I'm going to deny your judgment, and I'm going to grant hers $1,000 for the counterclaimant, and your claim is dismissed. Have a good day.